kind of explore some of the issues that kind of flew off the shelves. And if you missed it on Comic Book Wednesday, which was this past Wednesday, which would have been the 5th or 6th or whatever the date was, there were some issues that were ones that you needed to pick up. And I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so that you guys can take a look. And we'll kind of just zoom through them real quick. We'll be pretty brief, but I just wanted to let people know. All right, what we got here is image, and then an image. This is from this past week. Issues that quickly just jumped out at me that I think was this one right here. This one immediately flew off the shelf. And it is a definite nod to, there were several covers that came out. I want to say there were at least 2 or 3 covers. But this cover B immediately flew off the shelves, and it was the homage, tribute parody or whatever you want to call it, to Cat in the Hat. The minute that this kind of appeared, you had the sneaking suspicion that, it's just one of those kind of things. You just knew that it wasn't going to stick around that fast, and what ended up happening is that if you went on Comic Book Day, unless you had it already pulled aside in your pull box, unfortunately, you were not going to get it. But if you were to go on eBay, which seems to be the aftermarket place that you find books these days, it was available on that day right off the bat, and the going price of that was at least $19.99. Seems to be the average cost of that book. Sometimes you can get it with free shipping. You end up saving about a couple of bucks that way, but usually you're going to end up paying between $5 and $6 shipping. So that was it. That one just immediately flew off the shelves. So good luck on getting that one. So another one was Kirkman. Kirkman is the creator of Walking Dead. He actually had issues 1 and 2 coming out of a new series that he had. And, what seemed to be different about this compared to, if you're familiar with Walking Dead and Oblivion Song and some of these other books that he's part of, this is very much in line with, old school looking, I'm pretty sure my brother could see the influence of these early Marvel-esque looking characters, and they're superhero based. I almost had feelings of that I was seeing a little bit of Harbinger, a little bit of early Kirby, and those early days of Marvel, Ditko, and all that kind of vibe. And he's just giving us something a little bit different in what we're usually used to seeing in the way he presents his stuff. And of course, he's going to have his thrills and chills and all that kind of good stuff that he usually provides, that are usually his calling cards in his writing and stuff like that. So that is definitely, it's called Firepower. Those 2 books, I think, I'm going to just take a quick scan. I think, and then there was also a reissue right here. It's a second printing of Negan Lives. That's the continuing adventures of what happens after the Walking Dead book had ended. And then, of course, I think this was the end. Sex Criminals was the end. I think that was, the last chapter or the last book. I don't really get that book, but if you were a completist and you're looking to kind of wrap up your collection of that, I know that book was ending. So that is what I saw on that front as far as, kind of things to get from Image. The Alien book, I had mentioned it last week. Alien, they're basically taking the screenplay, the Alien book, they're taking the pages, they're redoing the original Alien screen play into comic book form. Dark Horse is releasing that. The first issue came out this past Wednesday. It is definitely a must-have from Dark Horse. The Crow, actually, believe it or not, are still issuing new runs, and this is actually book 3 called Lethe or Lethe. I don't even know how to pronounce that, but guess what? The Crow is still available. So they have Crow books. The thing about this one are the covers by Peach Momoko, and she is a very hot artist right now. Very Japanese, of course. renditions of some of these characters, and so they're breathtaking. A lot of the covers um, that they happen to be involved in and stuff like that. But in the lines of the traditional Crow, if you know it, you die, you end up coming back to life, and then you're trying to you know reconnect with your family and all that kind of stuff. So the Crow is very much still alive and going, and so that's the last of the 3-part run.
And
I
the
don't
guy's
know.
name is
Yeah,
No.
yeah. I don't even know how I don't know how readily available these Crow books are, but definitely they are pretty. They're pretty breathtaking to look at the covers, to say the least. And let's take a quick glance at Marvel. Of course, you got J. Scott Campbell's BlackCat. Always you it just jumps out. You already know he's the artist. If you like collecting J. Scott Campbell, you want to pick up probably BlackCat issue 12. I'm just taking a gander at and his cover. I'm trying to think. I think he's doing the regular covers on that. But just kind of zooming down, the Empire saga continues in that world. Obviously, that's the running storyline, and then the X-Men have their own thing kind of going. Even though they do appear in the Empire storyline, they have something called the what is it? The X Sword or something. I don't know. They have their own storyline. So there's two major storylines going on right now with Marvel. Uh, I mean, yeah, you like Marvel, you like the Avengers, and you like X-Men and all that kind of stuff. Pick up on those. There's just a crap load of books, though. I mean, you're spending half your paycheck on that. But then, of course, the Maestro Hulk, the revisiting of that had came out, and then Thor seems to be really hot right now, even though this is a third printing. Donny Cates, the master mind writer of what's been happening with the current trend of what's been happening with the Marvel line, especially Venom, Silver Surfer, Thanos and stuff like that. Well, he now is dabbling with Thor, and everybody's been going crazy on these books. So you have definitely another printing if you don't have the other ones, because they flew off the shelves so fast, and it's hard to find first printings of those books as it is. Let's take a look. Okay, so that's pretty much in a nutshell of some of the ones that I think definitely the Ice Cream Man, that seemed to be the hot book of this past week. Um, Let me see where I'm at. What do we see? Ice Cream Man again? Okay. What are you seeing this on the screen right now? These other series of books, or is it still on the Ice Cream Man?
Yeah, no,
Okay.
no, it's
Yeah, this is what's coming out next week. Now, I'm gonna just kind of hit and miss some of these books real quick. Image, they don't really have a lot. We're in the middle of the month, and books are becoming really scarce because of the way they were allocated at the beginning of the pandemic. So this is kind of the slow part of the month. A book to kind of look forward to is this one. I anticipate a lot of people might be picking up Jason Howard's Big Girls #1. It's a cross between John Wick and Godzilla. And by the way, the girls of HBO Girls show. So if you know anything about that show, and then these other two entities, and that's the thing about Image, and that's what I like about Image. Is Image likes to push the bounds of the independent comic. It's not so much heroes like sports, like superheroes and capes and all that. You have various different heroes and adventures and anti-heroes and all that kind of stuff, but they're for different voices as well. And so when you get an opportunity to explore some of these topics and stuff like that, you end up with books like this, like Big Girls, and I think that's going to be a book that a lot of people might gravitate towards, and they might end up maybe picking this up. So if you got a chance, put it down for this coming up Comic Book Day, which is this coming up Wednesday on the 12th. Big Girls #1 from Image. Maybe you can call your comic shop and ask them to hold that for you. Um, Cruel Summer by Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips. It's a hardcover collected book. It's a collection of some of the criminal stories. He's been a hot commodity. Everybody likes his stuff, and everybody's been kind of going towards that. So if you're interested in that one, it's a little bit more pricey at $34.99, but for a hardcover collected book, I don't see that being that far off the thing. Let's go ahead and we're going to go down to ID4. Always has some interesting things, but you know what? I'm just going to push the button anyway. Let's see what ID4 has. Okay, they're known for their little ponies and Transformers and all that. Last week they had the Transformers / My Little Ponies crossover, and that one went very well. The selling of that one was pretty strong. So if you went out looking for that, you may have a little bit of trouble finding that last week, but you're going to get your regular doses of My Little Pony and the regular Transformers Galaxies issues. You should be able to pick those up at your comic shop this coming up Wednesday.
Usagi, just to add,
Yeah.
if you go up,
Yeah.
Usagi Yojimbo, Stan, just he just he just announced recently that they are going to do an animated cartoon of that.
Very cool.
The first animated appearance, of course, is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. He's talked about his relationship with, I believe it was Kevin from the Turtles.
Right.
And asked him, hey, do you want, and so that was so that he's seen, the screen before, I believe, in the cartoon. Because he had that talk like this. He kind of talked like Storm Shadow from the old G.I. Joe. But he just announced again that I think they're going to have a full cartoon of Usagi Yojimbo, which I'm looking forward to because even back then I was a Turtle fan. So when he came out, I didn't realize that it was separate. Like he was a whole nother thing. So I've gotten some of that throughout the years. And as you see, those are color classics.
Yeah,
so
these are, I guess they're revisited, but they're colored much in the same way, I guess, that in October we're going to see Walking Dead get revisited, and they're gonna. Well, I think I stand corrected. They did do #1, I think, in a colored format before, but I guess they're going to do expanded. They're going to go farther as far as revisiting some of those Walking Deads. Just a way, I guess, to, I don't know, keep the property fresh and stuff. DC's kind of slim pickings this kind of go around, and they all seem to be, well, DC's being handled. They're not being handled by previews. They're being handled somewhere else. So unfortunately, I don't have it called up right now who is distributing them, but these all seem to be trade paperbacks and hardcovers. So we're going to kind of skip them for a little bit. Right now, they're doing Batman metal and stuff. Actually, I do have them called up here, and I'll get to those. Spider-Man is at issue number 46, and in Legacy years, I don't know. It's almost like doing dog years. We're at this number in 850. Okay, we're almost at the 850. So we're a couple of issues away, and we're getting closer to the re-emergence of Green Goblin. So it's probably in your best interest if you want to get into that. I think they're doing the original Sins or something kind of storyline right now. You never know what they're going to set up for that. So if you're a Spider-Man fan, you definitely want to probably pick up or at least take a closer look at those Spider-Man. It's Amazing Spider-Man number 46. You want to keep a close eye on that. We continue the Empire series, the further adventures of Empire. And then, of course, we have, where was it? I think it was Ghost Spider. I think there's something that might happen with the costume. You know what happens when every time you start doing something with costumes and characters that, everybody's kind of following. So keep an eye out for, what is this one? Ghost Spider number 9. Ghost Spider number 9. We are, visiting Gwen Stacy and Mary Jane, and we're gonna see something happen with the suit. So it might be a good thing. Pick this up. The cover looks very interesting, a very ominous looking. What is that?
Venom,
The Gwen Venom or whatever they, I don't know, whatever they
Gwenum.
call, yeah, whatever they call that one. And then of course, you got Spider Gwen. Uh, it looks like she's getting taken over. Am I seeing that right, or being held down? It's one of the two. But expect some big things to happen. Why not? Everybody seems to be
And
on
then
the
then
changing.
you have the big-breasted Captain America trade paperback.
Yeah, this is Heroes Reborn 44.99. Look at this, Marauders. They got their own like number 11. Okay, the Cosmic Ghost Rider still doing adventures. This is the one. Okay, wait, let me look real quick over here. Yeah, this is the one that I saw, and man, I think I you know
Ooh.
yeah. It's called Star Wars action figure variant covers. So this actually collects a lot of these when they made the action figure variant covers by John Taylor Christopher. So they collected all of those, and
Mm.
I mean, dude, just to put it all like that, and then you got the shadow of Darth Vader. Now I don't see the other cover. Okay, I have the other cover somewhere, but
It's
yeah,
on the
that.
other. If you go back, I think they show the other.
Oh yeah. Look, check it out. It looks like the comic box.
Oh wow.
Yeah, see, and that's the variant cover. Yeah, and it's the original classic setup. Well, no, I don't know about this General Thon, but anyway, but there it is. It's isn't it very interesting that you end up seeing books that have, okay, let me describe to everybody what it is. It's the original carry case of Darth Vader, and this one is actually open, and you actually see the action figures. John Taylor Christopher is known for drawing the I guess like a package. He would have the character
Mm.
still in packed, and that would be the cover of whatever the comic book that he was doing. And in this one, we collect all those action figure covers that he did for Star Wars, and I guess it says includes over 100 covers in this book for $9.99. Uh, you know, what a way to collect a collection of that. I mean, if you were to go and find all those issues, I feel like now I'm on QVC. If you were out to go and collect all those issues, you'd be paying hundreds of thousands of dollars. But right here for $9.99, you can buy the Star Wars action figure variant collectors cover book right there from Marvel Comics for $9.99. So
And you need the timer up.
yeah, and yeah, but definitely that
So
one right
right now
there.
we have 300 issues sold already. But you want to call right now, or you're gonna miss out. The Spider Ham. Look at that. That was another comic that I had.
Yeah,
Not that
this.
one
Yeah,
specifically, but people thought that that was a new character in the Into the Spider Verse. But I was like, Peter Porker. I mean, I was like, we knew about that.
yep.
That's old. That's
On the Strange Academy front, this is actually in second printing. It actually went very well. This series, Scotty Young's writing, and Humberto Ramos is doing the artwork.
oh, that's
Cover the first printing flew out of the thing, and everybody went ape whatever for this book, and so now we're already in its second printing in the second number 2 book, and it's a really strong start for this book. Everybody's really excited. It's whenever you get like new teams coming together or a mix and match of various characters and stuff like that, definitely has lots of excitement. So Strange Academy number 2 printing 2 will be available this coming up Wednesday. Definitely something that you want to keep your eyes out for. If
um,
you haven't already picked up on the series, I mean, this is a good way to kind of, you could probably track down maybe a printing number
a
3 or something like that.
little
Now,
fun fact. If I recall, Humberto Ramos is one of the people that Scotty Young used to look up to, and like actually tried to draw like him when he first started drawing. So for them to be working together, that's pretty cool. Because yeah, I watched some of his drawing videos, and he had a story about that where he used to draw. He used to have the comics that they would do and use them as references. But then finally, he kind of got his own style. Like he figured out, oh, I do have a style, kind of thing. But yeah, so him working with Humberto, that's actually pretty cool.
uh, And that's really cool to see that, I mean, and that's how it happens. You have those pairings that end up happening because of that, or mutual admiration. And this is, and this is something that Scotty Young has actually been doing in the last couple of series. He's actually been in the writer,
Yeah,
in
that's
the writer's seat, and so he's been able to do a little bit of that, and I think that's really cool. Now we're going to go back to Venom. Venom has been a hot commodity, hot comic. I mean, you might as well go ahead and pick both covers up as soon as you get to the store, if you can find them. It's issue 27. We continue now with Venom. Venom and his son Dylan are in the this Ultimate Marvel universe now. They are trapped in there, and all chaos is going on, and they need to figure out either how to get the heck out of there because they're having trouble, and he's also having trouble with the symbiote. They're not connecting as like the way they used to. So that's what's happening now. This is all leading up to Null coming, but also it is an alternate universe. So what you end up seeing in one of the panels of issue 26 is that on screens everywhere you're seeing, where's Captain America, where's Spider-Man, where's this, nobody knows where all the heroes are. And so Venom and Dylan are trying to figure out a way how to get out of this madness that the future, what is it, the maker, future, one of the ultimate Reed Richards or whatever you want to say, and Reed Richards from the future, aka the Maker, loves that all this chaos is happening, but it's up to Venom and Dylan and Eddie Brock, I guess, to figure out how we can get the hell out of here of this madness that's happening in this alternate universe. And that's issue number 27. That's like I said, it being a hot commodity, it might be a little bit hard. I don't know which cover is going to fly off the shelf first. This is Stegman's, Ryan Stegman's alternate cover. Just looking at it, I already know. You know what? I anticipate there's going to be a secret cover that is released at the same time, and so you're going to actually have 3 covers to choose from. And if you're not looking for it, you're going to miss it. And so next week, we're going to find out if there was a 3rd cover that was issued at the same time. But, I mean, we have the regular cover, and then we have cover B. Who knows if there's going to be a secret cover? It's just going to go off the shelves all over the place. And then we're going to go ahead and go to this. One of our favorite heroes is back.
really.
Yeah, so here we go. We got,
okay.
Yeah, it's called Red Dawn XForce. And let me get the number of the X-Force. It's X-Force number 11. After taking on the Flower Cartel, Logan has brought back valuable intel to the mutant CIA. The non-treaty nation of Russia is working to undermine Karoka and may be aligned with Xeno. Beast wants Colossus on their side as the first drum beats of war begin to sound. And obviously, you got Colossus strapping on with, it looks like Omega Red. So, I remember the very first Omega Red, we saw that tentacle just hanging there and, everybody just staring at this thing. And then, of course, you have the ultimate, I think it was his face was on one of the, or was that later on? His face was on the.
No, that was, yeah.
And then you have another one where similar setup here, but then you end up seeing, was it Wolverine? Wolverine in that. So there you go. So this right here, if you've been itching for some 90s throwback Omega Red type of action, and I know he's come out in other times, but to me, that's what I think of. I immediately think of the 1990s when we started seeing Omega Red and doing all his stuff.
Maverick.
Yep.
And Maverick.
Yep. All that cool stuff. I mean, I those issues to me are iconic issues. They might not be worth a whole lot in the comic world. I don't know what they go for, but to me, those were great art, great story ideas, and all kinds of cool stuff happening. But yeah, those are, I guess, some of the picks of what I think are going to be some issues that are definitely going to come into play this coming up Wednesday on Comic Book Day. And it's a shame I didn't get to our topic that I really wanted to expand on, and I'll just save that for another time since we're already approaching the 3:00 hour. yeah, they got another show coming in. No, I'm just kidding. But I want to go ahead and let everybody know that I appreciate if you were able to hear a couple of minutes, if you were able to stay on the show for a longer period of time, or just kind of just stop in and take a look at how things are going and stuff like that. I do appreciate that. Um, and that's what the show's about. We want to talk about comics. We want to show you comics. And if you guys got a comic book story or you're into comic books, drop me a line, email it, post your thing, send me a instant message, whatever the case may be. I'd love to have you on the show. Let's talk about your comic book journey. I'd like to, if you're into comics in the past or in the present, let's catch up and let's talk about the comic books. And if you guys got suggestions for other segments of the show, let me know. Same way, drop it in the comments, or go ahead and shoot me. Is it IM or DM? Because I hear it both ways.
DM, AOL's. No, we don't use AOL anymore.
Okay, so DM, IM, message, whatever the phrase may be. Drop it in. Let's talk comics. And until next time, I'm Robert Perez for Rip Comics, and I want to thank my brother Roland Perez. I don't
Thank
know
you.
if you. Yeah, okay. And next time, hopefully, we'll see what panel we have, or we'll see. You know what? Maybe we should start ripping comics. No, don't do it. We should do that.
I have some XForce. I have an XForce #1.
Hey, you know what? I think we could find some X Factor. We could find some.
No, I'm serious. I can pull it out right now. I got XForce #1.
No, you know what? We will hype it. We're gonna post it sometime. We're gonna do.
Get us
Rip
some likes. We need some likes and
yeah, show us some like. We're gonna have voting, and that way we get the thing going. Are we gonna do this issue? Or are we gonna do this issue? And
I will rip XForce #1. I have it right here.
Oh, is it still
any
packed?
Life field, I'll find any
is it
life
open?
field.
Is it open or bagged? What are you looking at?
I think I have both. But I'll take the open one right now, and just.
All right. He upped the ante. You know what? This could be a very interesting combat. It's almost like Texas Hold'em. One person puts one comic up, and another person puts another comic up, and the one with the most votes.
Death in the family, baby. That's.
And we up the ante. It's like, all right, in this, it's like the ultimate showdown, but in the worst way that you could possibly think of. And it has to be from that same year and month. Wouldn't that be something?
Hey, get that first appearance of Turok and Magnus.
Oh, that freaking dinosaur. It looked like, you know what? That reminded me of the Pee Wee Herman cover, or Pee Wee when, the dinosaurs like that. And anyway, but that sounds like a concept there. I know we've kind of bounced around the idea of ripping comics and stuff like that. I mean, even the name itself, we've talked about that. So we will. He's getting the sneak peek going here. I sense.
Yep. Give me one second.
What year? What you said? XForce #1.
Yeah.
Let me look up. I'm gonna look up something real quick.
But unfortunately, I'd have to look for, because this is, I think, the second.
We're talking about Volume 1, right? 1991.
Oh, yeah, Volume 1, #1.
Okay, so what came out? Let me see what I'm going to look at real quick. 91.
This is Youngblood #1. Oh, I mean, X-Force #1. But it's not the way. There's another cover, isn't it? The color. It's a variant.
Let me see.
There was 2 covers.
Yeah, there was the one with the purplish, and they're all standing there.
Yeah, this is the purple.
Okay.
I think there's a different. That's why I thought there was a reprint, but it says Volume 1, #1. I'm trying to see.
Okay, there was A without. Well, okay. You know what? They section them off by the cards that are inside them. There was a gold reprint one that had the gold in the back, and then there was some kind of other one that has like more of a bluish background. So, okay, let's just say August 91. So, August 1991 comic release. Let's see what else came out. Infinity Gauntlet #2, but I don't think none of us are going to want to do that one.
I think, like I said, hey, I have no problem. I think I have it out of my out in the garage with it all drippy.
Wow.
Hey, there's.
You're ready for this? Okay, I'm going to show you this. I think you're going to get a kick. Oh yeah, dude. Classic, another classic cover. All right, check this out, dude. Okay, I'm going to show you the screen. Okay, August 1991 comic book sales to comic shops. This is the list, bro. This is it. Look what else
There
came
you
out.
go.
So
I'll rip those up too.
that's going to be, you know what? That should be the challenge right there. Do we rip up an X-Men? Well, it would be X-Men #1. Oh, look at this one. This came out also during that time. You recall that one?
No.
Yeah, no, man. We were so See, look at this. #1, all X-Men books. X-Men. Uncanny X-Men 281. What was X-Men 281?
Hold on, I have it. I was just.
Well, you know what? It says actually
almost
here.
almost ripped X-Force.
See, this is what I don't get. It says X-Men #3. I mean, X-Force #3 was actually released in August. See, that's what I'm saying about those dates. Those dates don't mean shit. So maybe it was.
I know.
So then it was in August then.
Nope. I have that out of my box, I think. Hey, I got this one. You want this? Should I rip this one up?
Dude, no. Don't do that one.
Yeah, dude.
Okay, we can.
I don't know who's in this one. Is that Mr. Freeze? I don't know. Who's that? I rip this one up.
The Doomsday?
Yeah.
No, you don't want to do that. I don't know how they have this. I'm looking through this list here and I'm getting lost. That's the problem when you're looking up data like this.
Mm-hmm.
I do have August. It says August, but to me, it's all this X-Men stuff. Maybe that's all we're going to have to go through. But it says X-Force 3.
Oh.
Spider-Man #15. Yeah. See, that's worthy. It says X Factor 70, X Factor 71, Infinity Gauntlet 4. I guess we can use this as kind of a base because if it was 2 issues, then you go back, and so X-Men technically wasn't out yet.
We rip this one up.
No, not that one. Amazing Spider-Man. It says okay. So if it was 3, so Amazing Spider-Man 349 would have been out at the time. Hardcore, yeah. I'm trying to find out what, going through this list, I don't see anything in the top 50 that were anything from Image or, well, no, it's not even, well, no, I thought something would be up there.
Hey, look at that. See that?
Yep.
You see, from Wins.
Classic.
Oh, another What If.
Oh, see, dude, that's another classic cover right there.
Oh, and then what if the Hulk had killed Wolverine?
Do you have Darkhawk #1?
Somewhere. I think I ripped that one up already. Some Tick.
I think that would be the ultimate right there.
They got an interesting one. This was a reprint. Spider-Man Classics.
Yep. Well, see, yeah. First Blood. I'm wondering what it re.
This was from '94. This reprinting, Spider-Man Classics, Volume 1, number 15.
Yeah, but what is it? I mean, I'm trying to figure out what do you think it.
Marvel Comics and the Electric Company.
Oh, see that I like those ones. Do you have the one where McFarlane is the Don't Do Drugs? Oh, there you go, and it's a special cover.
Yeah. But it has the UPC code. If I recall, I got this one at the. There's the there's Blade. I mean,
the one that started
Black Panther. Oh, I mean,
started it all. What's that one?
I got 284. I know I got 281 somewhere.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, it's probably the good one. You want it? It's probably the Bishop one. You know?
Is it?
I don't know.
Probably. Let me go back.
You know
and
what?
check.
Okay, what we'll do is I will try to find something closely in that realm because obviously it's even though it says August, it's not August. That issue it didn't come out in August. So what I'll do is I'll try to backtrack and I'll see if we can track down something and then we'll pose that. You know, is it this one versus this one? And then we'll end up seeing who votes on that. If it's a tie, I guess nobody gets ripped.
Oh no, I'll still rip the Liefeld one.
Oh man. Oh, there you go.
That was a cool little story. Warlock came back in that one.
Yeah.
But anyway.
No, I think that would be. You know what makes it more interesting if it's a three-way comic rip fest where everybody puts in a comic. Or you know what? Let me see what. It'll be the middle of the month. Yeah, maybe that'll be something we do in the middle of the month instead of at the end of the month or the beginning of the month or whatever month. We just do it in the middle of the month. It's the Rip Comic Challenge.
Oh yeah.
And then we will where we actually find.
You can build the hype up.
Yep, we actually find, and then that way for the next time, people can make their suggestions and stuff, and then
Battle Chasers number 3.
Do you have Warrior Nun?
No. I have Magdalena.
Okay. Because I remember who got that. Did Richard get that one, or was it John Vargas that was buying those? Oh yes, see that right there, brother. Yes, sir. Yep.
This is a comic scene from.
You know, I'm finding out that some of these comic scenes, Wizards and Heroes, and all these preview magazines, just the fact that they have previews in these, that's what's driving the price up. Of like they will sample like that in preview form. They'll have the first appearance of the black suited Spider-Man before he even appeared in a comic book, and then that becomes now a hot commodity. Do you remember Malibu Sun?
Yep.
Okay, that book previewed Spawn before he became a thing, and that book goes for like $200 if you have that book, the one that he appeared on.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got this. I mean, and I missed it because John Wesley Shipp had come to
Comic-Con or
down to Corpus, and I missed it.
Yeah, just like me, I keep just like me keep missing James O'Barr, even though he comes every year.
Look at that.
Yep, Akira. Dude, I miss those previews, dude. I mean, not previews.
Robot Carnival.
Yep. I miss getting that Wizard book, dude. I love Wizard magazine. There's nothing really like that anymore, is there?
Okay, so this
Comic Report, yeah.
This is from '90, and here you see that. Where is it? Fantastic Four. It's.
Is it the Corman one?
Worked on? No. Some show called Family Dog.
There you
go. Doctor Strange film, Zoetrope. Director Alex Cox. Producer Coppola.
Never happened.
Daredevil TV series. The producer Shelley Duvall.
Interesting.
Yeah.
She was gonna be Daredevil.
Black Hawk. S stands for script by Dan Aykroyd.
Yeah, I remember them talking about that. It was that old style. I remember that.
And then you have Ant-Man, that should be coming out back in '90. Fish Police, I don't know if you remember that.
No, cartoon. I remember that. Yeah, I remember
that. The Green Arrow was going to come out on TV.
You know, a lot of those, I want to say like 90% of that shit never ever got made, dude.
I know. This is why I'm making jokes. Look at this. Speed Racer, film, script by Peter Lenkoff, producer Jay Silver.
You know what? J, like the letter J, right?
Yes.
Yeah, well, he did make that, but he ended up, he held on to it long enough for the Wachowskis, dude. Can you imagine that? Because at one time they had Nicolas Cage attached to the project. Then they kept rumoring that maybe Johnny Depp would come to the project, and
Yep.
that it was going to be both of them at one time, and possibly Winona Ryder or something like that, because they were
Well,
an item.
The Watchmen, script by Sam Hamm, producer Joel Silver, director Terry Gilliam, Seek Studio.
Yep, it didn't. Unfortunately, it didn't go that route.
Right.
I think he would have handled the material a lot better than what it's the way it was. I don't know. It's okay. It's what it is.
The Rocketeer,
Yeah, that one got made. I liked it. I liked the way that one came out.
Richie Rich, rumored Fred Savage. The Punisher, the sequel announced.
Which never got made.
Power Pack, the TV pilot. I think that one got made. The pilot.
We need to do a retro section for retro thing. See, because you got those. I don't have that.
Dude, in '90, The Mask film, New Line.
Yeah, that would be about right. It didn't have nobody attached, right? It's just writing and producers, or just in development. What is it?
That's all they have in there. That's all they say.
Yeah.
Just like Justice League TV movie pilot from Lorimar. Tintin, the animated series that came out. Wolverine. They were gonna do a film.
Interesting.
Some animated show called The Simpsons. I don't think that's gonna do any good.
Nah, I don't think so.
I don't even know what they're talking about. But anyway, yeah, man, we've gone longer. I'm sorry.
No. Yeah, it's 10 minutes over time, but no, I think.
Dude.
See, but actually, there's different ways to explore all this.
Charlie Chan. Chan was supposed to be BD Wong.
You know what? For some reason, I want to say, didn't they do something like that?
I don't
In
know. '90,
Yeah.
Blade, script by Lee Goldberg and William Rabkin.
It's interesting when you hear these names, because it's like, where did these guys go? What have they made after they were attached to these projects? Where did they end up?
Something called Alias Film. The script was by Peter Lenkoff.
See, that name's already come up several times.
Yeah.
Producer-wise, Joel Silver, that's who that is, has already popped up several times. And then, as far as writing,
the other one says Joel Silver. This one just says Jay Silver. So is it a different one?
Maybe they're just. You remember, we didn't have magical printing, editing equipment like we used to do. So maybe they just, instead of putting the whole name in, it throws all the tracking off on that. Go all the way to the first column. Look at it there in the bottom, dude. Look at all that. It's all smacked in the getting cut off. Yeah, that don't make any sense.
The Avengers film, John Steed, and script by Sam Hamm. I don't know if that's the English one or the.
Yeah, Sam Hamm, I think, was the big shit, because I think he did some Batman, and everybody liked.
He did Batman sequel. That he was for the script.
Yeah, he was the hot guy, and everybody wanted him to. Yeah, that was it. He was the Batman guy, or if you wanted to make a comic book movie, seemed like they just reusing the same dudes over and over, because they wanted, it struck gold, dude, and everybody wanted to do it. And
Iron Man film, director Stuart Gordon.
Wow, Stuart Gordon. That's what's his name?
No one realized it was going to be. What's his name? Gutter?
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Listen to this. Lucky Luke TV series. Terrence Hill stars Silvio Berlusconi. Lucky Luke.
Let me show you. Yeah, that. Okay, this is what they're doing with Superman now. Death metals.
Okay.
So they had metal with Batman and all that, and this is Dark Knight's death metal. So I don't know if you've seen the picture of this. What it is, it's Superman with long hair, red eyes, like Mr. Sinister, and then he's got the red S instead of a spider, and he's playing guitar, bro. Yeah, he's playing the guitar, man.
Isn't that kind of like what was that, Nightborn? Or I don't know. I remember that. But anyway, so yeah.
Oh, there it is. There it is. Here it goes.
Oh my gosh. I'm pretty sure they did this comic in a UK imprint back in the 90s. Like, what was his name? Death Head?
Judge Dredd.
No, Death Head. Remember that? He had like that skull.
Yeah. That's right.
We had a couple of those.
I remember that. But guess what? That series is going strong. Everybody loves it. And it's funny because there are people that will Twitter to Donny Cates saying, "Oh, I guess you're just copying what Batman's doing and all this kind of crap." And he's like, "No, we've actually been developing all this null stuff for several years now." And so it's people talking shit. The same DC Marvel war. We're better, whatever. Our hair's longer than your hair, and
yeah,
crazy talk.
That's true.
But there you go. We're now we're 3 hours and 13 minutes this show. And,
yeah, my wife's not gonna be mad.
But I want to thank my brother again for taking us on this. Yep. See, dude, you're going down the rabbit hole, and whose is that? That's yours or who?
Yeah, it's mine.
Yep. See,
Keith drew the cover of that.
Sam Keith?
That was from the cartoon. Yeah.
Very cool.
Little Max there for you.
Cool.
So, all right. Thank you again.
We'll figure another topic if it's going to be the next episode or we have to at least, even if it's a revisit, we got to figure out what's going to happen. We'll post a thing up and we'll figure out how we're going to do this, and we'll do a Rip Comic Challenge. We're going to find out based on votes which comic has to go, and we'll give a little synopsis about what the importance of a certain book is, if it is important or whatever, and we'll just post it up. And you know what? Screw it. We'll put its current value of what it's going for when it came out and its little stats, and we'll find out, what makes the cut and what doesn't make the cut, or what makes the chop. Or unless we start it and then we just keep it a running going, and then it's like a running going poll till the end of the month, and then we just go ahead and, the last episode of the month, then we go ahead and it's been determined, and then so be it.
All we have to and for that episode, we'll have Kiss, Rip and Destroy.
Rip and destroy. See, yeah, that's I like the way that sounds. All right, you heard it here first, guys. We'll figure out the challengers, and we'll find out if XForce #1 is really going to go up on the block or something else. Maybe there's another #1 book from another team that we can put up for the challenge, and see who makes the cut.
I'll grab my comics out and I'll
All right.
we'll give the cut. Yeah.
Sounds good, and maybe we'll just think of more and treacherous ways to rip these and kill them. We'll have a barbecue pit and shredder and all that kind of good stuff. But we'll see what ends up happening. All right, I want to thank you guys again, and I'm signing off. Thank you very much.
All right.